Hi, this is Alicia from WorkersOnBoard.com. Thank you for joining me today to find out the latest companies hiring and other ways to make money from home. Don't forget to click on the join or subscribe tab so you won't miss any work at home news and updates. In today's video, I'm going to briefly talk about work at home scams as well as tips to increase your chances of getting a work at home job. I am also going to tell you who recently have gotten hired or what companies have recently hired people to work from home so that you can apply to those companies, as well as give you a list of current work at home jobs, including one that pays up to $20 an hour for you to enter orders online and some other details. Now, don't forget to join our Facebook group. We have two. Extra Cash is one of those, and I recommend that you join this group so you can get additional resources and legitimate sites that will help you to earn extra cash online, in addition to any companies that you may be working for, or to kind of earn some extra cash that will help to jumpstart your earnings before you get a work at home job. Also, you can join our Workers on Board community for work at home job leads, advice, tips, and helpful information about companies, more details about the interview process and how it works, and all different kinds of things in a group that will support you in your work at home journey. Now, if you like to get paid, if you're looking for at least $500 and possibly more, and you suffer from conditions like eczema, depression, pediatric ADHD, rheumatoid arthritis, and other ailments, then you can get paid up to $1,750 to participate in clinical trials. This includes your medicine, which would be free. Also, for you to see a doctor, which is included in the study. So I'll have links to those below this video, including what type of study you can participate in. In order to do so, you will need to click through to the page and then fill out your information. But you must be suffering from one of those ailments. Those are not all, but just a few, not limited to what I said, but there are several studies, and you can participate in that research and then get compensated for your time and effort. Also, if you're a new mom, Pampers Rewards will give you free coupons and help you to save money. It's free to join the Pampers Rewards Club. So make sure you click on the link below this video for some freebies. And also, don't forget about Daily Goodie Box. I showed you some of the things that I received in my box not too long ago, so you can get that for free. You just have to sign up, and I'll have a link right below this video. If you are looking for a way to get a check in the mail, don't forget to use Inbox Dollars. You can use it online and use their app and earn extra cash in your spare time doing simple tasks from home. This is one of the sites that will send you a check in the mail. InstaGC does too, but if you're looking for free gift cards, then make sure you use sites like Prize Rebel, Earnably, and also Paid Viewpoint to take mini polls. Very, very simple. A lot of people use and like this site, so don't forget to join those as well. Now, who's been recently hired is companies like TTEC, which was formerly called Teletech. I think I mentioned it before in a previous video and also on my blog. Appen, Kelly Connect, and Raider Labs, which is now acquired by Appen. But these are all companies that have recently hired people to work from home. So if you haven't applied to these companies yet, make sure you do so. Their jobs are listed on the weekly job section and Friday freebie page. Now, just briefly before I tell you who's hiring right now, I wanted to give you some tips on work at home scams and also tips on getting a job from home. So if you encounter a work at home scam or a work at home opportunity, you may not be sure if it's legit or not. How will you know? Well, here are some things that you will help you to determine whether it is a scam or not. And in fact, just a fact that you may not be aware of is that 97% of the work at home opportunities that you see online are scams. There are legitimate work at home jobs, but that's just a statistic that I wanted to share with you that you may not be aware of, but that is the truth. But there are legitimate companies hiring. In fact, more and more companies are getting on the bandwagon to hire people to work remotely. So what do you need to do to protect yourself? Well, if you see an offer that is online or sent to you, make sure you be on guard for those that say you can earn hundreds of dollars online, fast money, really, really fast. If they also use the terms over and over again, be careful about that before you click on any link or you take advantage of that offer. Also, if it's a vague or general description, be careful about those. A lot of times companies are very specific in what they want from their employers, and they will list that in the job description and tell you what kind of computer equipment you're going to need, what kind of skills you need, and also give you details about a little bit of overview about the job as well as what you're going to be doing. So if it's vague, work from home, sending emails and get paid $25 per email or something like that, be very careful, and I would check it out before you sign up, give any information to that person, and just keep your guard up because you just never know. Also, if it says here, if it uses the word system, program, offer, or you get a job offer solicited to you via email, a job that you hadn't even applied for, and or a company, and they tell you that they've got a job for you, be careful about those. Never deposit a check for work that you've not completed. And if a company doesn't pay or refuses to pay you, stop working for them, because they will be getting free work from you and it could be a scam. Just some things I wrote down also that are from my official website that I'll leave a link to as far as work at home scams. Now, if you get a legitimate work at home job opportunity, here are some tips that will help you to get a job. First of all, make sure you research that company as you would if it's, just to kind of get some background information on the company, to see how long they've been in business, what they're all about, where they're located, if they have a brick and mortar site. Just find out as much as you can what they expect from their employees, things like that. Now, if you see on a job description some requirements, remember these are requirements, not suggestions. So what that means is that if they say that you need to type 50 words a minute and you only type 10 words a minute, then you may want to apply to a company that doesn't specify those requirements. They wouldn't have them in the job description if they didn't want you to meet those requirements. And this is how they select qualified candidates, based on those requirements that they have listed. So if you don't meet those requirements, don't get discouraged. Just apply to another company. Also, if a company says that they're hiring immediately and you're not ready to work, then don't apply to that company, because they may have a fast hiring process and may want you to work within a couple of days or the following week. And so if you're not yet ready to work that soon, then apply to another company, or wait until you are ready to start working then before you apply online. Also, if you don't meet any requirements that are listed, including it could be regarding education that they have listed on the job description, or it could be some skills, then that's okay. Just apply to another company, and if you acquire those skills, then you can go back and apply to that particular job if that's something that you really want to do. Make sure you have no gaps in your resume. To an employer, gaps in your resume could indicate that you have not worked. that there's been an extensive amount of time that you have not worked. So if you've done some gigs here on the side, or if you've even done volunteer work, or if you've sold things from your home, like maybe you sell Avon, or maybe you have decided to cut somebody's hair or do something like that from home, make sure you let them know that. And or if you've repaired cars or whatever, make sure you don't leave any gaps in your resume or typos or even misspelled words. Even though it's something simple, that could cause your resume to be looked over and they look at another candidate. So double check that before you send it to them. Make sure your workspace is neat and clean. In fact, there's a company that I just posted maybe in my newsletter today where it said that they wanted you to take a photo of your workspace and send it to them. A lot of companies want to make sure it's not cluttered, no distractions, so that you can focus on your work. So just keep that in mind. Also, avoid talking about everything. If you do get an interview and say a company contacts you and it goes further, then when they ask you some questions, avoid talking about everything you hated in your last job. Also, another thing you would not want to do is to say that you strictly want to work from home so that you can have free time to spend with your kids. And that may be true, and that's fine. But you just don't have to let them know that, because they may feel that you have your priorities focused more on your family or your children rather than working. So you can just omit that out. Also, if they ask, now sometimes when you're in an interview, they will ask for your strengths and they may ask for your weaknesses. Well, it really is going to depend on you individually, because all of us have different weaknesses. Some are similar to others and some we can relate to. But what I would do is think about that before you interview and kind of write it down or have a mental note of what your weaknesses are. For example, you could be impatient when you're waiting for someone else to deliver something for you, and then some may view that as a weakness, just being impatient. But another thing is that you could be disappointed when people tell you lies, which, you know, could be viewed as a weakness by other people, or you tend to be a workaholic at times, or you like to see something finished and completed once you started. Now, that may be your weakness, but it could also be considered a strength for the company. So just think about some things that personally affect you, and then you can tell them that. And so that's just some things that probably bother me that I wrote down, and that's what you could let them know if they ask you what your weaknesses are. But above all, you can work from home and it is possible to get a job. Remember, I told you some companies that were hiring earlier. Don't get discouraged. Just be prepared. Do your research. Be honest. Make sure your workspace is clean and neat. You don't have any distractions if possible. Make sure you have a quiet work environment unless the company allows for background noise. And then just apply to as many companies as possible. And in the meantime, when you're waiting to get a job, do some things on the side to make extra cash from home. Now, companies that are currently hiring. Also, I will leave you a link on my blog where an HR recruiter actually gave some additional tips for those who want to be successful in getting a work-at-home job in their interview, as well as some other information that I think you will find really helpful. Now, there's a company called Christmas Tree Brooklyn. They're hiring receptionists to answer calls from customers. Now, this is an easy or entry-level work-at-home job because you're just going to place orders, answer questions. You do need to be available for training November the 18th and be comfortable using Skype and have a valid US ID so that they can verify that you are who you say you are, and then start working from home. That pays $12 an hour. It's seasonal, but make sure you check that out and apply online. A company called Kingsley Bait, which I think is a manufacturer of furniture. They are looking for stay-at-home moms and dads to enter orders and quotations You need speed and accuracy. You need to type 65 words a minute. If you type more, that's fine. And then you can work in the mornings. They prefer you to work in the mornings with excellent computer skills. It pays $16 to $20 an hour, working 27.5 hours a week, and you do need to train on site. Lionbridge, they're looking for raters who have strong communication skills, use the internet daily. Here, you're going to analyze and provide feedback based on their guidelines and the tools that they have in place for web pages, also text, images, and other information. They say that you must have access to Siri and Android devices, so you need both, as well as use Gmail, Google+, and social media. Another company is called Hopsy. Now they are hiring associates to address their customers' needs via email and chat. Here you need to be positive, patient, and this is what's really funny, but I thought it's interesting, and a lot of people would probably find this humorous too. But it says they're looking for people who drink a lot of beer, coffee, cider, or kombucha. It is full-time. So I'll have the link and you can apply right below this video. Intuit, they are hiring tax support reps to help people complete their taxes using TurboTax. You will need a background in business, finance, accounting, or have basic tax knowledge of tax laws, tax concepts, and have prepared taxes before. Not those the ones that are a little bit more difficult where you need a Schedule C and all that, but 1040, something like that. This is a seasonal job. I'm not sure exactly how much the pay is, but you can apply online. These other 3 jobs are listed on the Friday freebie page, including more on top of what I'm going to mention. Uncommon Goods, they pay $17.50 to $18.50 per hour for you to provide product information and process orders. There's another company that pays $17 an hour on the Friday freebie page, as well as an entry-level job with benefits that pays $12 per hour. Make sure you go there so that you can get access to additional work-at-home jobs as well as on the weekly job section. Don't forget to go to that Friday freebie page, and don't forget to use OHM Connect. This is a company that will pay you up to $300 a year to save energy. They will give you $10 just to join, and then another $10 to connect your devices. Now, I think you need to live either in Canada or California, but if you do, and if they open it up to other states, I'll let you know. But if you do, take advantage of that because it's easy money that you can make just to save energy in your home. So thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, leave me those right below this video. And don't forget to join our Extra Cash Facebook group. And I'll see you in my next video. And thank you so much for watching.